Alright, let's get our starting music going. Welcome back, my loves. Today we have some more Dialtown. Because I'm smitten with this game. But I don't know if we're gonna do more than one run today. It depends on how long the rest of this Bigfoot run takes. But we will see. Other than that, I'm not sure. So, okay, if we here's my plan. If we do go ahead and do the if we finish off the Bigfoot run, maybe we'll do Oliver because I know how to get to him and he's pretty easy to deal with. Um, but beyond that, I don't have much in the way of a plan. Which, I mean, is normal. I never have a plan going into these things. If I had a plan, I'd actually be a little surprised. But, my loves. Is there anything else? Oh, the new Pokemon. So you bet your ass I'm going with that fire crocodile pepper thing. Uh, Fuecoco, was that his name? Uh, and I do have to chuckle. So as somebody whose favorite starter is a tie between OG Typhlosion and um Incineroar. Every time I see people who are like talking about Sprigatito going, I don't want that cat to stand up, blah blah blah. I'm like, shut up! I know y'all are talking about, y'all are gonna bring up Incineroar. I don't care. I love him. Also, I love the people that have pointed out because I can't unsee it anymore. Somebody very clearly forgot to flip the canvas to check if Sprigatito's eyes were on the same level, and one of them is like sliding down his face, and it's really funny. Um, but yeah, like at first, before we do much, from what I saw just by the names, hello, Spirit Assistant. We're almost about to get into it. I actually thought the region was gonna be Italy, but Spain's gonna be really cool too. Yeah, we got like 17 more seconds for our music. Alright, alright. Yes, yes, you are first. Welcome, dear heart, welcome. Alright. Gonna close out our music here in a second so we can switch over to the delightful music that is, Dialtowns. Hang on, let's switch over. By the way, Dialtown has to have its own special setup because it's kind of, like, wonky. Alright, let's get in. Let me get my cursor out of the way. Load game. File 2, yes please. Alright. Oh, what was the narrator's voice? He just kind of had like a posh voice, I think. Huh. Nice office. I'm gonna... Cozy, do you think Mayor Mingus would let me sleep on our floor? First of all, no, not for any amount of money. Secondly, speaking of money, in this imaginary scenario, are you paying rent? I could offer her one fresh duck egg a week. I'm a duck? But that's as high as I'll go. I think she'd ask for more than that, honestly. What? More? Do I look like I'm made of duck eggs? Where's the mayor, anyway? Probably got up from a nap to take, as you call it, a wicked piss. That's the problem with me giving him a posh voice, is he always sounds silly. Which means you've got a few minutes to kill. Narrator, tell me a story. Once upon a time, there was a green cryptid named Log. That's me! They got a job, the end. I don't like that ending. Tell me another story. Oh, for the love of... I'm tired of babysitting you. Please find something to preoccupy yourself with so that I can rest. We're not gonna do that. Let's inspect there's a fireplace? What? Huh. Rug. Rug. You think there's something under it? I strongly doubt that. Should I lift it just to be sure? No, there... Lift the rug, you have my express permission. It's a lifting time, sweet cheeks. I told you to stop saying that. But you said... I said you could lift the rug, not that you could say that. You always make it weird. Oh, I just did this because I thought it was, you know, there's nothing under the rug. Why am I disappointed? Yeah, I mean, of course there wasn't anything under there. I feel like if there's nothing under the rug, we shouldn't have been able to lift it up. Maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way, or the rug we made along the way, or something. I don't know what he said. Don't steal the rug. It's already rolled up under my arm. She's coming home with me. Don't gender the rug. Why not? You'll get attached. Okay, let's inspect the fireplace. That looks like something straight out of Homestuck. You're looking for lore, clues on where the mayor of Dialtown might, clues on, hang on, let me start that again. Clues on who the mayor of Dialtown might be. I'm hoping there'll be a loose, single, wrapped boiled candy on the mantelpiece. That is straight out of Homestuck. I swear to gods, that felt like literally John talking. You are a disgrace. Oh, hello. I was kind of hoping that she'd be like a kitty cat head. I don't know why. Well, you see a boiled candy. Nary a sweet for mine gullet. I want that tie. Hello? Log? I don't even know what he said. It literally interrupted me. Hi.
I've got a dream.
Oh.
And by God, when I'm done, the whole world will share.
Gods in heaven, this is straight out of Homestuck. This really is. Oh, your hands are cool. Hello. Log, are you okay? No, I want a wrapped a boiled candy or a wrapped peppermint. Damn it! Oh, is that it? You seem kind of fixated on the I don't care about the painting. Fancy smancy frame pictures are cringe. Log, keep your voice down. Or what, huh? Did you just hear that? What was... It sounded like it came from under the desk. That was like right in my ear. That was really loud. Oh my god, is she a cat? Aw, little old cat in a hat, no less. How cool. It thinks it's the mayor. That's definitely the mayor. Yeah! I'm in love. That's because I am the mayor. Jesus, fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? Cat, woman, cat. I'm in love with her. Get it out of your system. Hairball, wedge, cat. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Had the grave misfortune of meeting in person. But before we continue, why are you holding my rug under your arm? No, I'm not. You clearly are. Shit, that never works. Then why would you keep saying it? Oh, goodness. Again, I am Mayor Mingus, Dialtown's beloved mayor, once again elected to my current office by an overwhelming majority of the masses. Eternally and woefully at your service. Alright, let's see. That beam was art and your fake smile is excellent. It brings me considerable pleasure to see that my talents have gone completely unnoticed. Public appearance is everything, you know. That smile is but one facet of a skill set. If I were to look upon the populace of the cesspit town with the true disdain that I feel for them plastered across my face, well, I'd still win after running my opponent's votes through the paper shredder, but it'd look comparatively sketchier, wouldn't it? I'd have to have some illusion of choice, right? I suppose it's easy to smile good when you have a mouth. I'm sorry, but smile well. Oh, fuck off with your grammar shit. Look, I know I cut education across the board, but yeah, great. Hey, speaking of your mouth, why is your head like that? I've only seen a pre-dial-up cat heads in old picture books for wee toddlers and the like. Well, you see, someone tried to teach me the alphabet once, unsuccessfully. Well, I just ended up memorizing the first two numbers and then bubble wrap the rest. First two numbers? Do you mean letters? Are you trying to say letters? Yeah, word numbers. Oh my goodness. If you must know, I had this head genetically engineered by our top scientist just for me. Why? Because she's cute. Being part cat makes me more agile and it gives me cat-like reflexes, which is surprisingly a significant boon when you're trying to run a whole city. A normal human, nay, even a genetically engineered badger person couldn't fathom obtaining a multitask level skill on my purpose. I'm going to nod silently. Also, it makes me cuter. Who wouldn't vote for a cat? A dog? Well, dogs don't vote. I think dogs should vote! And with that attitude and the legislation they need, the vote will never pass. Yes. I have a hell of a legacy to live up to, so I hope that I'm a cat? Shit, I mean, feline woman? Fuck, I mean, pussy person, phone god, that one's way worse. Please pretend that I stopped talking after the word cat. And you must be Log. Aha, so you've heard of me. Yes, that's certainly one way of putting it. I've written you quite a number of letters regarding the makeshift home you've assembled yourself on Dialtown's public property. Ah, yes, me pork tent. Ah, yes, your pork tent. Good lord, I figured my officers were exaggerating, or had somehow pepper sprayed themselves before before inspecting you, when they described the hue of your skin and the generous number of nipples you so conspicuously possess. What does Put a shirt on, then I'll give you a shirt. I'll give you a shirt. I'll give you a free Vote Mingus shirt if you never take it off in public. And advertise your next mayoral campaign for free? Yeah, get that bag, Log! Pay me a ton of dog food and I'll do it. Wait, will I have to pay income tax on the dog food? I'd be kind of bummed out if you ate 20% of my hard-earned dog food. Good lord, this is what I'm up against. I've sent a hit squad after you and... Whoops. Sorry, I meant to say police officers. Why did you say... Sorry, force of habit. I'm sure they were dressed as cops. Do you often said? And you scared them off. Spooked their attack buds with your tent's pungent odors. Odors? I prefer to think of them as intentionally cultivated aromas. Shh! Shut up. I have a bargain for you. I will give you a free apartment and 8 tins of dog food if you leave the park. That's actually a great deal. What's to stop me from taking the dog food and just returning to my old tent? I will burn the tent. I will reassemble the tent. The tent will be ashes. I will use super glue. You can't. Ugh. Okay, change of plan. I'll give you $8,000 in cash, a fast car, and a handgun as long as you immediately drive out of town in any one direction and keep driving in that direction. Once again, a good deal. Whatever happens, happens. My deepest apologies, crab cakes. Did you just call me... But I'm hitched in this here pad, you dig? No, I don't dig, my dude. Except perhaps your grave if you keep talking like a weird surfer from Mars. Oh, sorry. Getting back to the topic at hand. What on earth are you talking about? What kind of venture could you possibly be up to that would require you to stick around this town of all places? Eggs. I'm planning to lay my eggs somewhere in this town. You'll never guess where. I'm sorry, did you just say that you're planning to lay eggs somewhere in town? Is this something I need to deal with? Guess. Guess where I'm gonna lay 'em. I'm gonna be a parental mayor. Should have sent a hit squad. Why did I assume... Should have been the hit squad. First try. Why on earth do you keep taking half methers? Hang on, I need to hydrate. Better. Oh, right, you're still here. I sure as sugar am. Hey, I wanted to ask you. So I was over at the fireplace and... Ah, you must have been examining my painting. That's my grandfather, you know. Callum Crowd. The world wasn't always the way it was right now. Oh no. The first ever phone head was my pawpaw's invention. He was a self-made man, a visionary. After taking his phone heads regional, he became the mayor of Dialtown before becoming a state senator and eventually our nation's greatest president. Quite a legacy, huh? Yeah. Every day, I wake up, stare intently at the ceiling, and hope to live up to even a fraction of his greatness. But he's not mayor or president anymore. No, we tragically lost my grandfather years ago. But his legacy has been far from forgotten. Can I show you something? Sure, Jed. Neither of these are gonna be good, but we'll do this. I don't know, can you? Keep in mind, I can kill you if/when I so desire. Then why haven't you yet? I found this in a box of things that belonged to my grandfather. Why did your tail, like, out of existence? A lovely relic from a much simpler time. There he is, right in front of the crowd. He was truly a man of the people, for the people. Was he John Hancock? What the hell's going on? But, was he a man in the people? Around the people? Quiet you. Alright. Aw, he's pretty. Whoa.
Wish you were here.
Sure. Is that the cat that was used for your head? Do all postcards utter highly reverberated narrations as you read them? You have a disease. Right, yeah. You know, that cat's the spitting image of you. Yeah, well, I had to model my head off of something, didn't I? Not many cats walking around with flesh heads today, are there? Nah, I guess not. Say, did I see the faded text on the back? What's it say? Oh, it's just a love note my grandfather wrote for my grandmother. Ew, yucky cooties, pass. Yes. This postcard actually gave me the idea to run for the mayor in the mayoral office in the first place. This photo is truly a historical... Why am I yawning so much? Truly a historical testimonial from a better time. One day, I will clean up Dialtown and perfectly recreate this postcard. This time, my grandfather's legacy. Alright. It's a lovely postcard, but I have more pressing matters to discuss. Alright then, what's your business here? I want you to stamp Bigfoot's half-filled in and half-eaten immigration papers. Ugh. Every acidine utterance that leaves your gob is somehow unfathomably worse than the rest. Every time you speak, I think, yep, they just peaked, there's no way they can possibly top that. And yet... Great, so is that a yes? Are you kidding me? Wow, this is likely quite a shock. Finding out Bigfoot and all. You think I'm unaware of Bigfoot's presence in Dialtown? No. But crying out loud, he constantly loiters around the bank in Uptown. Hardly keeps a low profile. Believe me, I am keenly aware of Bigfoot's whereabouts. Wait, you knew? Yes, Y-E-S, yes. So why not deport him if he's an illegal Sasquatch? Well, he eats ticks and fleas for one. I do that too. He also scares stray dogs away from the woods, preventing Dialtown from getting hit with another dingo infestation. Dingoes aren't just stray dogs, dear heart. They are actually species. Fun fact. I swear, it's never a fun infestation like a capybara herd. So you're not deporting Bigfoot? Certainly not. It's a no-brainer. His presence is a net positive for Dialtown's ecosystem. So, will you sign Bigfoot's papers then? That's risky. What if he files for a passport then flies to Cuba and gets arrested? It'd almost definitely make international headlines and ruin Bigfoot for all future generations forever. I don't understand. The whole point of Bigfoot is that he scurries around the woods, motion blur ape. Only temporarily joining forces, with the occasional human child of Bigfoot's choosing order taking deforestation far too far. With a possible music number at the end of the film. What? That's the very essence of Bigfoot. So you're asking me for a sizable favor here. Okay. Maybe I can make this worth your... Hang on, let me save before I, decide to bribe the mayor. Alright, yes, save please. Thank you. Alright, cool. Yeah, maybe I can make it worth your, while? Move out of your tent. No. Then we are at an impasse. Unless you would like to make, say, a sizable donation towards the financial upkeep of Dialtown's infrastructure. Donation? Financial? Infrastructure? Infrastructure? Dialtown! Okay, we've said pretty much every single word. Why did you emphasize that last one? We are literally in Dialtown. No. I think you misunderstand, Your Majesty. I bet I actually just wanted to shamelessly bribe you. I got that. I was giving you the opportunity to... You are a moron. That I am. I can't go through with this. You'll sell me down in the river somehow by blurting something to the wrong person. Welcome, Pixel. Welcome, dear heart. Too risky. Oh, come on. Don't be picky. I am not picky. Picky pussycat. I literally let this one nefarious fellow pay me to look the other way while he digs up pre-Dialtown era corpses in order or pre-dial-up era corpses in order to make their teeth. Take their teeth. Goddamn. We have just been making our dear Mayor Mingus suffer horribly. Other than that, we also stole her rug. Why is he paying you for human teeth? I don't know, and I don't want to know. The money's sublime, and hey, I'm happy to seize any lucrative and exciting venture opportunities that come my way. How much is he paying you? Him paying you a lot of money makes it much scarier. Look, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Not for any amount of money. Aww! You think I have money? I live in a tent in the park. You're a fool. Why are we even having this conversation, then? I'll give you a stick of horse jerky. You want me to jeopardize my whole career for dried horse flesh? Wait, is it any good? Wait, no. No, that's... Please leave my office at once. I have a pressing nap to return to. Alright, let's see. Rightio, Surf Mama. Time for me to lickety-split. I will call the hit squad. You and everyone you know will be riddled with bullets. Don't threaten me with a good time. Do you want to be Swiss cheese? Well, do you? I'd have to be cheese. Cheese is groovy, man. I'm chill with that vibe. Leave. Cowbunga, Radical, catch you on the next wave, dude. Stop saying such things. Can I see Tango again, my beloved? Aw, I wanted to see Tango. That That was a disaster. I got a free rug. This is a net win. Life isn't all about free rugs, you know. I think you'll find it actually is. Huh, I wonder. Maybe. You know, Mingus is going to be real pissed when she finds out that you carried the rug out with you. Stealing rugs from the upper 1% never works out for folks like you. Trust me on this one. Either way, with that bridge doused in metaphorical gasoline and set aflame, you are now unable to legally integrate Bigfoot into American society. This is so sad. Can we restore Bigfoot's citizenship? Yes, we stole a rug. She had a cat-shaped rug rolled up on her floor. Using the word restore implies that Bigfoot once was a U.S. citizen. Have you heard my theory on Bigfoot was not a founding father? You don't know. You weren't there. Ah! By Jove, as I live and breathe! Long, how have you been, my good fellow? Have you had a bully day thus far? What did you like to know? That's precisely why I asked, yes. Okay, I walked right into that one. Say, how would you like to walk right back into your old exhibit at my zoo? My, doesn't that sound like a bully idea? With all due respect, I hope you die in a hippo's anus. In this curious scenario, would I have been swallowed by the hippo and passed through its digestion tract, or simply been sat upon? How you end up rammed up in a hippo's asshole is your business. Bitch. Give me your hat. You don't deserve it. It looks like it's from Party City. Say, that odor I smell coming from you. I know that pungent musk anywhere. I know that pungent musk anywhere. I'm kind of losing my grip on his accent. Yeah, I stink, so what? Precisely. Stink of Sasquatch, that is. No. Mon cher, do you try to deceive me? Well, I'm trying my darndest, so yeah. I knew it! You found my darling Bigfoot. But he's a public figure! The mayor said that he needs to stay out so he can eat fleas and ticks and scare off dogs and shit. This is truly a momentous day. Why did I give him this accent? It's gonna ruin my throat. Your darling Bigfoot. Bitch, he's mine. Back off. Are you a Bigfoot acquainted? Why, but of course. This may come as a colossal shock to you, but the escaped mystery specimen over at the zoo... Why did I go weird and breathy at the end? That was none other than the Sasquatch himself! Wait, are you telling me Bigfoot and I were neighbors that I didn't even know? Precisely, yes. Bully to you for that deduction. You know, I actually came to Town Hall today to request an increased allocation of resources to the effort to recapture Bigfoot. Confused ape noises. Money. Dear Log, money. I wanted more money to employ more ape-finding bounty hunters. Oh, right, sure, ape bounty hunters. Ape-finding bounty hunters. To be clear, the bounty hunters themselves are not apes. Why, that would be as futile as it'd be absurd. You're still picturing... Yes, I'm still picturing monkey mercenaries, yes. Well, then, on to business at hand. Let's see. What are you on about now, you pathetic little man? Playing coy, are we? Sure. Playing coy? Nah, more like playing koi. What about koi koi? It's a card game. I've only played koi koi once. Alright, let's see. Opening and closing my mouth at random. Like a big goldfish. You know, I've always wondered exactly where that mouth of yours might be. Don't be evasive. Where's your mouth? But no matter, now on to what I can offer you. Whatever this is, I don't want to hear it. Oh, but I think you will. For you see, I have something that you yearn for, perhaps above all else. Gravel? Money. You are trying to use someone as a financial means to an end in order to access the fun fair, yes? Who told you? Did Karen sell me out? I haven't talked to Karen in this run, but I'm gonna blame her. Why today's newspaper, of course. Cheating Krypton tries to pull... Wait, no. It's Ticket Jerry, isn't it? Ticket Jerry's trying to thwart me. Oh. Huh. Slow news day. Now, then, on to our terms. I haven't agreed to jack shit yet. I am willing to offer you a crisp $50 bill in exchange for the immediate relinquishment of Bigfoot. What? Sasquatch. I will exchange $50 for the peaceful and swift acquisition of the Squatch. Oh yeah, cereal sounds really good right now. Ooh, I'm hungry. I'll have to have some after this. I have like Fruity Pebbles or some shit in the pantry. $50 for Bigfoot? By the way, off-brand because I never buy brand. Precisely, yes. Bitch, Bigfoot is worth so much more. You cannot possibly expect me to give up my one true love. Now, enough of that. Bitch, do not get in the way of my love quest. Let me not sound like, Chris Chan while I'm at it. You can't allow silly things like emotion or empathy to cloud your judgment. He's slowly turning into Papyrus. He's I will explain this in simpler terms, dear one. Or green one. I have human money, mercenaries, bears, feline ear, etc., etc. But do you know what I lack? Bigfoot's trust. Like I have it? Well, I kinda do. Judging from the odorous potency of Bigfoot's musk coming off of you, you must have come quite close to Bigfoot indeed, eh? Have you felt the Squatch? Caressed his fur? No, he won't let me. That's private. You have caressed the Squatch. You see, this is just what I need. Bitch, do not use me for my like, proximity to the Squatch. As you have no doubt noticed, Bigfoot is both skittish and slippery. That's why he's managed to remain so elusive to human researchers. Yeah, he do be running alright. But if you were to say agreed to coax him back to the confines of his own enclosure... By the way, Theorore has such a good theme. It is criminal how good his theme is. Then I'd have my mystery exhibit back in no time. Let's see. We're not gonna end the conversation prematurely. You want me to betray Bigfoot? That's awful. This is literally a sin that no human could have committed to date. I wonder if there's an extra circle of hell just for this one particular sin. Is capturing the elusive Squatch not worth the trivial risk of damnation? Sorry, I've got the maps. Oh, yeah, like, I would love to sit down with this game's creator because, like... So, one of the things I used to write very heavily for in terms of fanfiction is I used to write a lot of Red versus Blue, and balancing humor with angst is something that I consider a skill. I desperately want to pick this person's brain because they do it to such a degree that literally this game can be the most absurd shit in the world and then pull out something that borderline makes me cry, and I have the utmost of respect for them for it. I would love to get in a call with this person and pick their brain. Alright. Look, how about this? For $75, I'll give you and Bigfoot a shared exhibit. Okay. You can be advertised as Grungo, the spouse of Bigfoot. With all due respect, I hope you die in a fire, Mustache Man. If I want to marry Bigfoot, I'll do it on my own terms. Ah, but you can't afford to turn me down. I will literally find someone else to take me to the fun fair or go dig some money out of the trash. You need this money, green one. Maybe I can rip off a piece of my flesh and make them think it's $1. Well, I've got a plan to use Bigfoot for, What might that plan be? To domesticate Bigfoot? Yes. To throw a tie around his neck and slap a tat upon his head and attempt to give him a 9-to-5 job. I think it's a good plan. It isn't! Not even remotely. Fuck this. You'll see. Fuck you, Mustache Man. I will domesticate Sasquatch. You'll see. You'll see! I very much doubt that, seeing as you can't even domesticate yourself. I'm feral by choice. You're naked at this very moment. In the last 10 seconds, you literally tore your own pants from your buttocks and silently devoured them. Were they tasty? Scuttle off in the vain hopes of locating Bigfoot. This is kind of a funny way to end that conversation. Alright. Alright, gotta locate Bigfoot. Gotta find Bigfoot. Do you think he might have returned to where you last saw him once he calmed down? Trust me, he hasn't. Bigfoot has the instincts of a stray dog that's been spooked by fireworks going off. He's probably at the bag. He's gonna keep running until he drops from exhaustion. Or gets distracted by some delicious smelling street meat. Yeah, they are very unique. We're gonna need a specialist to track Bigfoot down. Sounds like we're in over our head then. Or someone with a map of every hot dog cart of the city. Oh, I read that incorrectly. At the very least, Bigfoot's truly easily sway. I think they meant truly is, not truly as. Oh, I'm stupid. I can't read. If Bigfoot's truly as easily swayed by the scent of street meat as you claim. A specialist on all things weird. You know such a savant? Well, of course I know them. They're me. Wait. Aw, shit. Back to square one. Alright. Alright, plan B. Bigfoot is skittish and afraid of loud traffic. Therefore, I'll just check behind every unlocked door in the city. I'll run into him eventually, likely cowering in some type of closet. Truly foolproof, yes. A truly foolproof, yes. Rehydrate. Oliver! Oh, what voice do I give Oliver? I can kind of make him like a city bro. Hey. Or not a city, a surfer bro. I hope you're having like a gnarly day today. The name's Swift. Oliver Swift. Oliver, my beloved, I love you dearly. I would very much like you to clean around your buttons. They're kind of filthy. Welcome to Dialtown's movie house. How can I make your visit to our humble film abode a groovy one? Huh. This place seems damp. Promising. This place could have a... Sorry, let me explain. Plaid Shopkeep. Let me save, because it's been a bit. His theme is super funky. Alright, let's see. Sorry, let me explain Plaid Shopkeep. Take your time, my green friend. You're like actually my first customer of the day. Aw, shit. Oh, really? Only me? Real shit, yeah. Drat. Crud. Fuck. I could have reached another dead end. Or I've reached another dead end. This is awful. Thoroughly wretched. Oh, I would absolutely die for Oliver, too. There's a reason I'm saving his route for, like, later. Say, what's the matter, Fred? You want me to get you something from the Constellation Popcorn? Or let me try that again.
You want me to get you some consolation popcorn, or maybe have some Sony Pop?
No, I'm looking for a good friend of mine. I've checked almost every other business in the city. You're the only one that has a dateable character in it, so, no sign of him.
Well, like I said, you're the first person to set foot in here today, since we opened.
What about before you opened, dear heart?
But hey, maybe you could give me a physical description of your pal alongside your phone number.
That was smooth as shit!
That way, I could call you if you see him. Or if I see him. You obviously won't need me if you see him.
Wait a second. Is this just a ruse to get my phone number?
Scratch that. I'll send you a letter then.
I can't read.
I'll send a carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeons also involve letters. My musk would kill it as soon as it made contact.
Hey now. I didn't say that I needed the carrier pigeon back. Wait. Sorry. This is probably super rude to ask, but man, I gotta know. What is that funky musk coming off of you anyhow?
I prefer the word obscene rather than funky.
Honestly, it smells like fur, a bit of swamp, and just a touch of sand. Maybe a smidgen of pine tree and a splash of vinegar and banana? Huh.
You need to be what do they call the people who smell perfume? Because, you'd be perfect for that. Oh my god. Sorry, the little, dulcimer or whatever is breaking it down in the back. All those words were correct. How on God's weed earth did you...
Hey. I drink a lot of...
Oh, you're a sommelier. Or sommelier? I don't know how to spell it or pronounce it. Oh, I have no idea what, main character is.
Hey, I just drink a lot of wine.
That's actually depressing as shit.
I'm not a weirdo or anything.
Right, I don't know, dude. Bing, ba-dink, bow, bow, na, bow, na, bow, na. Sorry. If I told you, man, you'd shit. Right on the spot. Right in front of everyone.
Well, maybe I want to shit.
Are you constipated, Oliver?
Why'd I say that?
Okay. Unperturbed, thine bulls, I'll tell you everything. Yeah, I do think they have a tail at some point, but lots of things grow tails.
Alright, groovy stuff. Go off then.
So, my dear friend, the one I'm searching for, It's Bigfoot. Bigfoot is real and I love him and he lives here in Dialtown.
He what? Yo! I live in the same city as the world's greatest celebrity?
Yes, Oliver. You live amongst the Squatch.
No way! Yo! Huh. Well, I can't say that I've caught even a glimpse of the Squatch in here today, sadly. Or, ever. Have I seen Bigfoot around town without knowing it?
I mean, who's the hairiest person you've seen in Dialtown to date?
Oh man, there's this old woman I see at the bank sometimes, and man, I think she has some kind of disease. I keep trying to pluck up the courage to congratulate her on her immense body hair, but she has this musk.
Wait.
You don't think? Huh. I guess that'd explain the funky ape noises. Oh lord, I thought she'd just forgotten her false teeth, not the camera head would need for... Oh, don't give me that look. I've only got one optical sensor, you know. Sometimes it misses things.
Bank. Bank. Oliver, my fezzed Hercules, I cannot thank you enough.
Go to him. Embrace the Squatch. And, if you two want to go on a movie date, we could, really use the business.
No, don't interrupt him.
Okay, screen's already fading out. That's groovy, sure.
Why'd we interrupt Oliver? His route's gonna be a pain in my ass because that's gonna be annoying. Bigfoot! Bigfoot, my love, I found you! Hi, Karen. Yes, yes, do you remember me? Yes, I'm aware of that. My Sasquatch brother, I'm here. Excuse me, I'm serving a customer right now. And who might you be? I literally romanced her first. Who might the woman standing at the bank teller's paid be? Yeah. Huh. I'm Karen Dunn. I wonder if she's named after the Ray Dunn products. An immensely frustrated bank teller. Alright, now please, you skip the queue. Please, just go to the back of the line. You misunderstand, Carbo. My name is... I'm here for... the boy. The boy? My hairy adopted child. The dreaded... Oh, you mean Bigfoot?
Oh.
Yes! Did you actually sign legal adoption papers, or did you adopt him like a local takeaway sponsors a local sports team so that they can have a restaurant's logo in the back of on the back of the team's jersey? Neither. I just kind of went feral and found him somewhere in the woods. That's Bigfoot's home. Hang on, I have to hydrate. Oliver's voice was very difficult, so that route is going to be a pain in my ass. That's Bigfoot's home. You didn't adopt him. He already lives there. If anything, I'm crashing on Bigfoot's couch would be a far more accurate statement. Why are you so nonchalant about Bigfoot's presence here? Well, I do see him every week. This is an extremely routine to me, which I usually find quite calming. I know that she's canonically autistic, if I recall correctly. Being interrupted by rude green customers, on the other hand... let's see. Does Bigfoot bore you now? Don't you find Bigfoot special, Karen? Yes, I do indeed find Bigfoot special. But Bigfoot's a busy ape man, and the more composed I am when he arrives, the quicker we can finish our transaction. Transaction? Wait. Does Bigfoot have an account here? Does Bigfoot have money? I'm afraid I can't reveal that Mr. Squatch is a customer of ours as per the DTCB's customer policy. Boy, are you here to bank? Are you here to do business with this den of thieves and swindlers? Are you my boy? Thieves and swindlers? I don't know where you think you are, but this is a bank. Don't play games with me, Karen. I know of your kind. Your ilk. Oh, Jesus didn't say mortgage once in the holy ringable. Seek God, Karen. Also, why does Bigfoot have an account here? How'd it happen? Did he set it up? What does he even need money for? Money can be exchanged for goods and services, dear log. It's complicated. I got 30 seconds. No more, no less. Mr. Squatch, may I please have your consent to divulge information about your account's history to your green friend so that they'll finally leave? Alright, it looks like it's story time then, courtesy of Mr. Squatch. So, before you ask, no, Bigfoot didn't exactly stroll on in here and ask to set up a savings account. But, the first time he entered the bank, he wandered over to the counter, outstretched his hand as if he'd wanted something. After I shrugged, he pointed to the banana on my desk. Oh, he likes those. As do I. It was my lunch. That explains why she wasn't perturbed by us holding up a banana at her. Anywho, of course I didn't give her my lunch. You heartless wench. Why wouldn't you give Squatch your nanner? Hey, I was working triple shifts that week for your information. I need my potassium. Withdrawn. Continue. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Anyway, Bigfoot regardless did not leave without his banana, so my manager decided to check on whether or not Bigfoot had an account with us. You see, DTCB's policy states that we can and must expel lingering loitering and lollygagging customers who don't have bank accounts with us from our premises. And to my manager's amazement, Bigfoot had a bank account with us. What? What? Did he, like, set it up in the 70s or something? That makes sense. Alright, let's see. No, from what I understand, there's this pizzeria downtown named Bear. Bear? The name of the place is just Bear. Like, Bear? I know. Beats me why would someone would name their pizza place that, but I digress. Wait, Bear and it's a pizza place, is this another FNAF reference? But I digress. Aside from that place being awful at naming restaurants, the owner of Bear is also a tax fraudster. You see, our mayor, in her infinite wisdom, implemented a law obliterating any and all income tax to the revenues lodged directly into the bank. Or lodged directly by animals. I didn't hit the thing. I don't know what she just said. What? Why? Why is it possible for animals to lodge money in the first place? Have you seen the mayor, perchance? Oh, right. Continue. Yeah, she's 100% just using the law to dodge having to report her own income in her tax returns. But that's besides the point. Anyway, the owner of Bear figured out a clever scheme to avoid paying income tax on almost all of his sketchy earnings. He listed Bigfoot as his primary shareholder and diverted his share of the company's income to an account with the DTCB in Bigfoot's name. I need to save. It's been a minute. Alright. Okay. He listed Bigfoot as his primary... Oh, yes. Yes. I guess he assumed that since Bigfoot doesn't exist, that nobody would be able to withdraw his cash. Oh my gosh, so is Bigfoot secretly rich because of this? Meaning it'd be completely safe till he decided to walk in here wearing an ape costume and withdraw all of it for himself, tax-free. What he failed to anticipate is not only that Bigfoot is in fact real, but that he withdraws from his account on a weekly basis. That guy's gonna be real upset when he comes in here to withdraw his tax sheet money and finds out that the real Bigfoot has eaten through all of it. So wait, Bigfoot's rich? Technically, yes, though we don't let him withdraw money anymore. Why's that? He kept physically devouring the money that he withdrew. Destruction of money is a federal crime. Oh god. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do it alright. So, rather than risking seeing Bigfoot in handcuffs, we just decided to spend his weekly income on bananas, and every time he goes in, I go to fetch him an armful from the banana vault. Yeah. Yes, we have an entire vault in this place dedicated solely to housing Bigfoot's bananas. To think that my mother wouldn't let me go to art school because she said it's nothing but monkey business there. I want my future back. I'm sorry for your loss. Alright, exposition dump over. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave now. Can I have... Hi, I'm afraid I'm long. That is a lot of bananas, yeah. That doesn't even make any... Security! What's the matter? Are they bothering the squatch, Miss Dunn? Say the word, and I'll hurl them head first in the cold hard pavement outside for ya. Are you serious? Bigfoot has a bank account and more legal protection than me? In fairness, Bigfoot has a source of income and contributes to society. He's literally stealing another man's money. How is that a source of income? He's a criminal. This truly says a lot about our society. Well, do you want a bank account? No, then I'd have to pay taxes. But I still deserve respect. I'm a human being. You're also green and have precisely 3 sets of nipples. You're good at counting? Very good, Miss Karen. At least 3 visible sets. Yeah, I have 2 on my ass, sure. Alright. It's all like the green skin and nipples with you people. That, and the fact that you sprayed out our freshly mopped floors twice since entering. I have glands, Karen. Our janitor curses in Latin when he sees you enter the premises, for the record, and only for this one scenario. And for the record, me and Bigfoot are, bros. I get to slack off every time he comes in here. It's great. Why's that? Mafia thinks that we have a part-time attack gorilla. They don't fuck with banks that have attack gorillas in them. Plus, Bigfoot eats fleas and ticks, which is integral to our ecosystem. Once again, I can eat fleas and ticks. Yeah, Frank does seem like a cool person. Yeah, see? I can eat fleas and ticks. I can be useful. He's a massive, shaggy bro. Alright, let's see. Alright, then I see how it is. Alright, wonderful. Please don't return under any circumstances. No, not you, Biggie. I was talking to the green one. You're welcome back in here. Anytime, okay? I've been banished from the bag. Again. He came with us. Alright, Bigfoot, listen up. The fact that the bank won't give you any actual money is, problematic, to say the least. No, we can't just sell the bananas. We totally could just sell the bananas on the street. That's actually a good idea. You lack citizenship papers, and I reek. Besides, my teeth would be off-putting to customers, I'm sure. We don't have to do it. Sasquatch can do it. No, wait. I can't just... Where would I even get a sweater? Also, what if it gets cold? They'd just poke through. Or they're like nipples made of glass or something? What the hell? Yeah, sadly, bank withdrawal idea is likely a dead end. But we do know something useful now. That you're a shareholder in a real, legitimate business. Here's my idea. We walk you down to Wall Street and sell your stocks for cash money. Of course, those slimy fuckers can carry physical money around. They all have briefcases full of random papers. I'm sure at least one of those loose pages is a $5 bill. Why is the 5, like, weird and squiggly? Plus, strippers, G-strings don't take plastic yet. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, gotta get you to New York. Hitchhike, stand on the side of the road, make it look like you want to be a star, baby. We'll just end up attracting Oliver. Actually, scratch that idea. Scratch that bad idea. They might bring you to Hollywood, or worse, Ohio. All my homies hate Ohio. Alright, yeah, never mind. Hitchhiking is a bad idea. Just take a taxi there. How far are we from Ohio? Yeah, but they wait till the end to charge you. Oh, yeah, but they wait till the end to charge you for your fare. You can just run on a... Like he's gonna call the cops on a gorilla man. And once you're in there, I'll sell the stocks for as much as you can get. Or like $5 if you can sell them instantly. I'm heavily pregnant, so time is of the essence, my beloved ape man. What? You want to know how you'll take the taxi back to Dialtown? I guess you could try the same taxi scheme a second time. I know, yeah, totally next team we're gonna be in jail. But then again, a gorilla ripping off a New York taximan might get around. Scrap that plan. Just mail the money back to me. You can stay in New York. It's totally gonna be the next big blockbuster. Bigfoot in the Big Apple. Nonsense. You'll love it. The people, the traffic, the lack of trees. Oh, get over it, man. Living with other people isn't so bad. You literally live in its head to avoid doing just that. Shh! Can't you see I'm trying to manipulate Bigfoot? Sorry, go on. Ahem! You'll love the city life, Bigfoot. Think of the sequel possibilities. No, this never is going to work. This is never going to work. You're going to have to figure out a way for Bigfoot to sell his stocks. You'll never be able to you'll never be able to figure out how to sell his stocks, and you'll never be able to treat him the ways of Wall Street. He's not cut out for that life. Poppycock, all I need is a speedboat, 4 hookers, and a brick of illicit substances. You have a bottle of whiskey, a toaster, 2 banana peels, and a piston bag brochure. I can work with what I've got. You are never going to domesticate Bigfoot. Nonsense. I will domesticate Bigfoot. I'll break his spirit. You'll see. You'll see. Hours of ceaseless ape domestication-related agony later. All right, Bigfoot. Say mortgage. Mortgage. Close enough. Fuck. Ah! Dumb fucking gorilla won't make any words! Log, perhaps we should temper our expect. Speak and complain, Loeb! The adults are talking. Speak it. And by adults, you mean shut. Bigfoot, you Neanderthal. Don't be mean. You're no less feral than when we started. I gave you a hat, you hairy bird. I gave you a hat! Oh. Oh, God. What have I become? I've become the very thing that I swore to destroy. It is a really nice hat. That one underpaid dude who won't let you back into the burger hovel ball pit and slide due to your previous, and I quote, needless violence. No, the other thing. Ticket Jerry? No, the other thing. Oh, you mean a Bigfoot skeptic? Yes, that. Bigfoot, my fuzzy lad. I was wrong at you. Let me start again, Bigfoot. I was wrong to have yelled at you just for following your nature. All this time, I thought I believed you were real, but I realize now, since meeting you, I never believed in you. I'm sorry, my beloved woolly boy. I wish I had. I was wrong to have tried to change you, to domesticate you. You're good as you are. You're like me, a feral child of the earth. That's a weird way to say I eat copious amounts of soil because I'm too lazy to manually pick the tasty worms out with my grubby green claws. Quiet, you! Bigfoot, I know now that we can't spend eternity together. We're from two different worlds. I need to lay my eggs, Bigfoot. Go. Scurry off into the woods. Get out of here. What are you waiting for? Go! Shoo! Wait. He's not leaving, is he? Wait. Does Bigfoot think he's your son? Why does this keep happening? First those ducklings, then those orphan jumping spiders. Yeah. Now those would have been a good weapon to utilize against Ticket Jerry. You could have... Oh, now those would have been a good weapon to utilize against Ticket Jerry. You could have just doused Jerry in a swarm of jumping spiders. Ugh. I think I'm gonna lay my eggs any minute now. Well, you could always lay them here, in the woods, I guess. Are you kidding me? A swarm of boars would devour my horrendous green eggs. You? Protect your egg siblings. Lights and loud noises instantly make you go into fight or flight mode. We can bury them. If even one of those boars had a flashing siren or a megaphone. I don't think that... Ugh! You know, Theodore did offer to give you $50 for Bigfoot's capture. You want me to betray our ape messiah for 30 lousy pieces of silver? Well, 50, not 30. Oh, okay, I see. That's more than enough for me to sell out. No! I guess I'm selling Bigfoot into slavery, then. Absolutely not. Hello? Nice optical lens you got there. Log? Log? I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Alright. Let's save. I already know what I'm gonna pick, but we're gonna save real fast. Alright, shed your clothes, become a naked and feral. Am I not already naked? I think I'm gonna do something unimaginable now. I swear to God, if you spray again, No, I think I'm gonna shed my clothes. Log, you've been randomly ditching individual articles of clothing all day. At present, you're only wearing socks and a hat. I guess I am. Well, the socks will have to go. And the hat. Not the hat! Becoming naked and feral was your idea, you know. I know, but the hat. Yeah, apparently we have a hat. I can be feral and hatted. I never seen a feral hog nor wolf wearing a hat outside of car insurance ads. Come on, the hat goes too. Oh, alright. Where did we get our hat? There we go. I'm fully naked. Though, now that I think of it, perhaps it wouldn't go amiss to have a fig leaf over... Now that I think of it, perhaps it wouldn't go amiss to have a fig leaf over your... I am feral and naked and proud. Yeah, we probably did steal it. Alright, so you're naked and feral and hanging out in the woods. Bigfoot, please don't stare at me. It looks like he's staring, like, straight at my everything. What now? Bigfoot, what did you normally do for fun? Wait, this is just my old life, but with trees and shit. Indeed. I had the Squatch in me all along, didn't I? Bigfoot, I love you, Bigfoot. I've always loved you, my sweet, and only you. No, Mothman can suck a fat one. You're the only cryptid for me, big boy. Oh, get a room, you two. I'm trying desperately not to laugh. I am desperately trying to keep my composure right now. Or, I guess a shrub or a bush? Christ, this is weird. Don't you mean phone Christ? Who the hell could have predicted that when you woke up this morning, you'd fall in love with Big fucking Foot? Me? Me. I told you, always, that I would end up marrying Bigfoot. Yes, but most people don't believe in Bigfoot, do they? No, but then again, most people are, how do I put it, fools? Ah! What did I do? Oh, I guess that's how I pulled that up. I totally could have been using this, damn it! But most people are fools. And I'm glad I'm being entertained. Alright, holy shit, I've got it! Log, I don't like this. The last sudden burst of confidence you had led to bacon lingerie. Now here's the question, chat. Here's the question. Bacon lingerie. Is it just printed to look like bacon? Or is it like those edible naughty nighttime articles of clothing that you could get? That's the question. It's probably the latter. Yes, but this time there's no risk. Nary a pesky seagull to unravel my life's work. So yes, it was the latter. That's how you get a UTI, phone guy. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Alright. What's your idea, then? It's very simple, you see. Oh, we're fading out. Hi, Ticket Jerry. Ticket Jerry, I have. Good Lord, you're naked. I don't remember what voice I gave him, so. I think I actually just gave him a high-pitched Boston accent. Even more so than, What is this? Hospitalizing me won't get you in, you know. They'll just send another ticket man to take my place. Yeah, poor Ticket Jerry. I wish we could romance him. Unless you're banking on me going into cardiac arrest and falling directly onto the button that unlocks the gate. If so, well done. You've evidently mastered them on multi-step plans, not unlike a keen raven or a particularly crafty chimpanzee. Alright. I don't know which one to say because both of them are really good. Let's torment him a little bit. A chimp, you say? Are you expecting me to monkey around, Jerry? Why did you deliver that sentence as if it was a pun of some sort? Do I need to check the CCTV panel? Yes, you do. Are you distracting me while illegally procured chimpanzee blows a hole in our fence's perimeter with an even more poor ticket Jerry. He can't speak. It's fine. With even more illegally procured dynamite. No chimps, nor dynamite today, my friend. But say, Ticket Jerry, might I pitch you a fine gamble? Pitch me a, that was a non-sentence. Are you asking me if I want to make a wager? Yes, bet with me, Ticket Man. I will almost certainly not take your wager. What's the wager? No, out of curiosity. Here's my bet. If I can prove that Bigfoot irrefutably exists within, say, the next minute, you have to let me inside the fun fair whenever I want from now on. That's actually a great plan. And if I can't irrefutably prove his existence within that time frame, then my head will detonate, freeing you from your green burden forever. You can detonate your head at will? Yeah, I have to swallow a stick of dynamite first, though. As tempting as that is, I don't want to be legally liable to the damage for property / non-person that may occur. Plus, what if some of your fleshy chunks flew into the booth through the ticket slot? Just block it up with, like, that little sign that says, don't tap on this glass, it scares Jerry. Oh, alright. If I lose, then I guess I'll leave you alone forever. Huh. Alright, I'll take your bet. Since, you know, there's no possible way that you could shamble together irrefutable proof that Bigfoot exists. Jerry, meet Bigfoot. What? Is he gonna have a heart attack? That's a guy in a costume. You've hired a... I see nary a zipper seams there, Jerry. I'm sorry. Let me pull my cursor over here for a second. And just, highlight a little something. Little something right here that looks like a seam! Tis the real Squatch. No more, no less. Aw, he likes you. No. No. A bet's a bet, Jerry. You have to let me in. Now. I can't explain to my boss that I let someone in without paying for a ticket because I bet. I'm gonna lose my fucking job. Does your boss also wish to meet Bigfoot? What do I tell my wife when I come home unemployed? Oh God, our marriage is already on the rocks. I can't even sleep on the couch, the sickest out. What the fuck is that word? The sick owl sat and sleep on that. Is that a dog? Like an Andalusian or something? Okay, anyway. My life is ruined. Hey, Jerry. Let me into the fun fair. Let me. Bigfoot is real. What the fuck? This is the polio vaccine. Or President Ronald Reagan all over again. What even is my life? Jerry, let me in, Jerry. I want in. I can't grab your face because you're behind glass. Grabs your face. Chill, Jerry. No, fuck. Oh. What the fuck? I'm just gonna let Bigfoot boost me over the fence, okay? This is also very homestuck. Oh yeah, he'll be fine. He's gonna drop dead. He might need to reevaluate a few things, though. Jerry's gonna have a heart attack. I know, I feel bad, but this is really funny. Namely, his life. Come on, Squatchy. Those moist watermelon-hued eggs won't lay themselves. Alright, bye, babe. We have math. Oh, ha! The ending where Jerry has to reevaluate things going forward. I didn't realize we were getting to an ending, so... What route shall we try, dear hearts? Let's see. I know that there are 3 more people I can romance. Okay, let's see. Teach an 8-man to accept himself. I still haven't encouraged Karen to follow her dreams. Okay. Oh, wait, there's only 4 dateables? I thought there were 5. Okay, regardless. You know what? Let's go after Oliver next. I think that seems good. Would you like to skip the intro? Yes, I would. Enter your name. Is Log. Okay. So before it was Log... How do I spell lozenge? Hang on. Lozenge. Not closet, you... Ooh, fine. Okay, there we go. I'm using my phone to help. And... Okay, cool. Cool. Oh, okay, I see. So we'll have to... Because I actually do want to do this game to completion. We'll have to figure out how to... I might do it off camera, figuring out how to fix Karen's route. Because I guess I didn't do it quite right. This time let's be a typewriter. Why not? Let's be a vague humanoid shape. Alrighty, cool beans. I guess that vague humanoid shape is Pug. Alright. Let's go ahead and leave our tent. Where would we like to go? To Uptown Dialtown. We need to find the cinema, dear hearts. Leave the area. Where would you like to go? Let's see. To the local cinema. Alright, let's get... Can I not? Oh. Okay. We'll leave the cinema. Thank you for warning me. I would have cried. Alright. Can I date, what's it say? What's the other romanceable? The guy who's, like, homeless or whatever. Let's see if I can summon a local here. Maybe. Randy? Okay, cool. Where do I find... Oh! That's not what I wanted. Where do I find Randy? Let's leave the area. Oh, shit, I don't know what I just did. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Let's go to downtown Dialtown. Maybe he'll be here. Let's see. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that, damn it. Alright, let's see. Downtown Dialtown and go to a pole, okay. Cool. Thank you, Fred, thank you. Alright, let's see. A nearby telephone pole directs you. Gah! What the fuck? You hope to notice something. Anything that'll somehow help you get into that fun fair. Let's see. Okay, let me read the first advert out loud. Hiya! I'm Roggles the Clown! What the fuck is this? Clowns don't even exist anymore. But don't you believe in Bigfoot? I know, I literally just dated him. Whole different kettle of fish. Bigfoot is real, clowns are not. Bigfoot is a primordial, feral ape-man who lives in the woods and is only ever seen through hazy disposable camera footage. Just pretend that he said that in his posh accent. Exactly, he might as well be my uncle. Clowns are literally just people with funny red noses. How is that any less easy to comprehend? You'd think clowns are people. People don't lay eggs. I guess we're not a people. You lay eggs. My point exactly. I mean, imagine having a head covered in disgusting flesh. with a red bulbous tumor attached to your face. That fucking honks. They have gigantic shoes, and yet, they drive around in comedically tiny cars. They blow up balloons and dance jigs at the drop of the hat. I need to hydrate. Alright. As if such absurd antics are menial. Oh my god. Can I tell you a fun fact about the... I'm assuming you mean the Sexy Man Wikia? Can I tell you a fun fact? A very dear friend of mine has been noted on the Sexy Man Wikia. So my friend Shrine and I are really big fans of Assassination Classroom, specifically Koro Sensei. And I'm actually credited on this fic because I was the one that encouraged them to post it. They are doing an extremely detailed reader insert rewrite that's very, very good. It's called, hang on, let me put it in here. I believe I've spelt that right. And she is literally documented on the Tumblr Sexy Man Wikia because they said there is someone who, at the time, I don't remember the word count, but they gave the specific word count of her fic at the time. And we're like, there's somebody who's written this entire thing dedicated to shipping themselves with Koro Sensei, and I'm like, I know that person! Oh, it's so cool. It's not done yet, by the way. It's still a work in progress. Because she doesn't know how to, like, you know that bit in Hamilton where they're like, why do you write like you're running out of time? That's Shrine. Anyway. Alright. As if such absurd antics are menial, they truly are wretched creatures. I used to be the basically editor, as it were, for that fic. Huh, I had no idea you felt this way. Awful beings. Okay, so should we skip over Frongel's advent then? I've never done this route. Let me save real quick. All right. File 3 lozenge. Okay. All right. Oh shit, hang on. I kind of want to try this. Fuck that. Read that clown page. Might be funny. But you said... It's your impossible. Read the clown page. Read the clown page! I'm reading it. Let's see here. Hiya, boys and girls. I'm Froggles the Clown. I really need money. I'm a real clown. I may not be licensed, but I'm also now dabbling in plumbing and dentistry. I'll do just about anything for $4. Please hire the clown. I'll do anything. I'm living in a storm drain right now. We shouldn't hire this clown. I like having both my arms. You think any task is too lonely for this clown? $4, my God, you can afford that. Come on, I haven't a chip to feed. There's a whole page of this. Skip to the end, then. Yours honkfully. Yeah. Froggles the Clown. Honk honk. Huh. Wow. You know, narrator, you do a really good clown voice. I know, it's almost as though I'm doing multiple voices at once, darling. Sure. Hey, do you got $4? If you had $4 fucking dollars, you wouldn't be looking for someone to pay you into the fun fair. Oh, shit, yeah. Focus, lozenge. Okay, fuck it. Let's see what else is on here. Oh, here's another one. Rent a chimpanzee. Good start. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Hey, you want to take my chimpanzee out for tea? He's a little on the feral side now that he's reached full schmexual maturity, but he's just as adorable as ever. Don't let him near kids, pets, open spaces, fire, or people. Huh? I don't understand, I'm sorry. It's only $4. My God, you could afford that. Okay, this is clearly that Froggles the Clown character again. Heh, Clown Buddy. Your stomach is swollen with eggs, you troglodyte. You need to focus. Alright, yeah, sorry. Are there any other adverts attached to that dar poll? Yeah, there's exactly one. Phone Schmeck's hotline. Somehow I don't think you're going to get anywhere with this one. What bounce? Do you have any better ideas? Consider again the bounce. We're calling the number, damn it. Okay, if you insist. How are you even going to make that call? To the nearest phone booth, away! That is a bright pink phone. Alas, here we are. Dialtown's only phone booth that isn't alive, since like half of all people got their heads replaced with rotary phones. I dare say that this thing hasn't seen much use since. Alright, honestly, this booth feels bigger on the inside. And it seems to use that ability solely to contain far more filth than this one particularly fetid box should contain. Oh, come on, is it really that bad? Well, for starters, there's a strong smell of urine in here. And all of the buttons on the keypad are sticky with gum. There's a dead raccoon on the floor. This place reminds me heavily of myself. Because it's sticky and smells weird. Well, yeah, that and the weird stains, of course. You ready? Alright, let's see. Sure I am. Read the number out. Good show. Glad to see some enthusiasm. The number is, Your enthusiasm was for naught. I don't get it. What's the number? It's, 1-800 8 equals D sexy phone. You're sure you're ready? I have never been more ready in all of my life. Huh. No dice. Did I type the schlong text drawing into the keypad wrong? No, actually, you replaced the number we know with a startling replicated the number we know with startling ease given your illiteracy. The error was more so you not putting 25 cents into the phone's coin slot. 25 cents? Who do they think I am? Winston Churchill? Why did you land on his name of all names? Never mind. I don't want to know. Look, the point is you need to figure out what you're going to do now. You're senseless. Huh? So what's the plan? Bang on it really hard and hope it works? Maybe it'll drop one of its coins. Oh, please. Like that, it never worked. Bang, 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 bang! Percussive maintenance. Percussive maintenance, chat! It's egg time. Hi, never say that again. Alright, let's figure out a name. Oh my god, I just realized what I'm gonna have to do. What voice do we want to give Randy? Hi, I'm Randy Jane, and I'm feeling randy for you tonight. I'm sorry. My boss forces me to say that. I really should have just lied about my name. That's quite alright, Randy. How are you doing tonight? Oh, you know, same as always, which is, never great. Sorry about taking a little while to pick up the phone, by the way. I'm actually, at work right now. I mean, of course you are. Don't you work at the Phone Schmeck's hotline? I mean, yes, of course I do. But, it's only a side job I have to make me, to pay my rent, which is, laughably high. So, what exactly is your main job, then? During the day, I work as a bird wrangler for Dialtown Animal Control. Oh yeah, swans are dedicated, evil, and have highly documented cases of homosexual pairings. I'm not kidding, by the way. They will literally steal eggs from nests of parents that can actually have eggs in order to raise a baby. Look it up; it's really fun. I'm kind of in the middle of just subduing a hostile swan right now. Oh, whoa! Let's see. Do you typically wrestle with birds while talking dirty with patrons? Well, not usually. I've only had like maybe 4 people complain to my manager about me doing that so far, which, all things considered, is a major victory, as far as this phone's concerned. So your schedule just tends to work itself out then, I guess? There is no schedule where swan wrangling works itself out. Trust me. Bird wrangling is more of a choice of lifestyle than a job. One with a lot of feathers, screaming, hospital visits. I'm sorry, I got caught up in our swan talk. You see, most customers call kinda, you know, later. Only weirdos tend to want to talk dirty with a complete stranger on their lunch break during a 12-hour shift at the Dialtown battery factory. That was very specific. I mean, no offense. The local battery factory, you say? Would you recommend a factory as, I don't know, a nesting location for a heavily pregnant friend's eggs? I mean, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Alright, let's see. Let's test our compatibility. Beggars can't be choosers. Is that your sexuality, or should we flirt? Because that's actually really funny. I'm gonna say for... He does have the energy. Anyway, alright. Let's see. Alright. Okay, so you're saying you like begging. I'm begging you to tell me what you want from me. Are you trying to take my flesh? Are you trying to steal my organs? Let's see. Alright, let's see. No, I was wondering if you could take me to the fun fair, please. Oh, are you asking me out on a date? Yeah, thanks for noticing. Gee whiz, I'm in love with him. I adore this man with all of my heart. I've never been asked out on a date before. Usually, I'm the dude who has to beg people to go out for coffee with me. And to resist the urge to throw a scalding beverage in my face during the sordid ordeal of taking me out. So you're in? I sure as heck am! What do I have to lose? Well, I could be like a serial killer and murder you for your skin or whatever. Well, as I always say, at worst, this'll probably just kill me, which is best for everyone, including myself. Good motto. Words to live by. So, when do you want to do this? Does right now work? I mean, I'm kind of at work right now, and this swan isn't gonna wrangle its set. I am heavily pregnant. Yeah, I understand. It's now or never, Randy. Alright, I guess I can leave in a few minutes. Take your time, my sweet. It's okay, my time is actually worth very little. It's better if I just run so I get all sweaty and you can't smell the scent of swan massacre and desperation over my overwhelming body odor. If my manager asks later, I'll just say that the swan won. It always does anyway. Catch you at the fun fair, my sweet. Alright. See you later, cutie pie. Thank the phone lord that my pads were already... Randy! Honey. Sweet lad. Maybe don't. Otherwise, I'd have to change my pants right about now. Ew. By the way, I'm Ace, so this is Ranson. I'll see you there. Okay. Well then. I do too. I adore this game. I know. Looks like you weaseled your way into the fun fair after all. What do you think of him? Personally, I find him awful in every He was perfectly fine until that last sentence. Well, what about you? I think he's cute. I'm not surprised in all honesty. You aren't? Nope. I mean, you eat roadkill? After all, what is Randy if not the dateable equivalent of Rogan? Do not be mean to Randy, narrator! Why? He is just trying to make ends meet in an unforgiving world! Leave him alone! Sorry for clapping. Come on, let's go. You got a date to attend. I also need to hydrate.
So, what now?
Let's leave the area. We were gonna meet at the fun fair, right? Alright, let's sneak onto the subway. Ba-da-da-da-da. Alright, so, what now? Yeah, I know. Actually, I have a typewriter head today. Alright. Just wander into the woods. Randy's waiting for you. Why can't I click it? Oh, the fun fair. Oh, I see. I see. I thought it was saying that Randy was physically waiting there for me. So, you ready to meet Randy at the gate? Sure, this'll end up being a good time, I just know it. That's the spirit. Come on, you got a date to catch. Time to give Ticket Jerry another fucking heart attack. Oh no. Hey, sugar, miss me? I'm gonna have nightmares about you tonight. I can feel it in my bones. Look, persistent goblin. As I said, I am not willing to just let you in to get you off my back. And I'm not willing to take you myself. So unless you're suddenly able to pull a romantic partner out of you, he's coming. Who is he? Randy. Did you actually manage to rope some poor sucker into paying you into the fun fair? Or is this some kind of bizarre, whimsical distraction designed to hold my attention while your weird stomach enzymes dissolve a gaping hole in the fence for you to climb through? Damn, I wish that I'd come up with that idea myself. Yeah, I figured you'd be able to do that. You look like you could spit acid. Is it the green skin? Yeah, amongst other physical qualities. This alleged Randy person. I actually know a few Randys, you know. Surprisingly common name. Wait, Randys? Randy? Randy? Sorry. Point is, I know a Randy or two. Say, does your Randy happen to be really pale and scrawny covered in bandages? No. Constantly smells like sweat, desperation, and swan rage. That one! There you go, babe. Yeah, that sounds about right, actually. Yeah, I'm glad Randy's got someone to spend his Valentine's Day with this year. Quite a pity that it's with a literal cryptid who just wants to use him as a pawn in their egg-laying plan. Hey, that's not fair. Randy and I are extremely close. Name one fact about Randy other than him wrangling swans and people's wienas over the phone. Alright. Hey, his name begins with the letter R? Pathetic. Shut up, it's correct. My boy! Hi, sweet boy. Hey, sorry I'm late. I had to roll around in a puddle to get the swan blood off my clothes for the big date. He looks so tall. Oh, who am I kidding? We both know that the blood was exclusively mine. Yeah, he's a Nokia. I'm pretty sure I used to have this exact phone at some point in my life. Like, this exact phone. Because, fun fact, I'm gonna be 30 in a month. But, hey, you look marvelous, my sweet. So do you, Randy. You look cuter than I pictured over the phone. Oh, do you really? Randy, I know your brains are probably all scrambled from the accident and the numerous swan maulings. But, come on, man. Don't fall for their honeyed words. What are you talking about, Jerry? They're using you, Randy. We have a 2-for-1 ticket promotion for Valentine's Day. For couples, they just want you to pay them in so they can lay their eggs in a moist pit somewhere in the fun fair. Oh, I mean... yeah, I knew that. I love I love Randy so much. You knew? And still, you came? Beggars can't be choosers, beggars can't be choosers, Jerry. He doesn't really have an accent. Randy. Oh. Fine. It's your funeral, I suppose. That'll be $2 then, Randy.
Oh, okay. I should have $2. I should have about $2 here. Maybe slightly less.
You know what? Just go right in, Randy.
Really?
Yeah, I've had enough of this wretch of a creature for today.
Alright.
I'd like to see how you look with a full egg sack inside of you. Randy, please just get this creature out of my sight.
Yes, sir. Come on, hon. Let's go do the romance like a couple of old lover birds.
Alright. Ladies first, Hud. Wink. Slap his ass all the way out.
Hey, I'm maybe no man, but Okay, you know what?
Wait, did I fuck up?
I'm just happy to be referred to directly in any context that isn't so crushingly scathing.
Okay, I thought I fucked up for a second.
After you.
I love him so much. Okay, it took it a while. Let's save real fast. Alright, cool. Okay, we're going down Randy's route. Good, we're good.
Well, here we are, my love. The Dialtown Fun Fair, in all its grease-soaked, safety inspection failing glory. So, my love, what shall we do for
Eggs.
Right. You wanna just, lay those right now? You know, get it over with?
Alright. Okay, Hud. Let me just quickly brace myself.
Sure, alright. If you need to, I guess. I've never laid eggs before myself. Not that I can, you know? I'm sure it's hard to do without a, sufficient bracing. I'll just, give you some privacy, and let you get to it.
Paid grunting. Agonized grunting.
You okay, Hud?
Distressed roaring.
What's the matter?
Oh, you shouldn't have turned around, sweetie.
Aren't you, like, heavily pregnant?
Hang on. Hold on. I've got stage fright.
Right. So, what now?
We could always go on a few rides. See if we can, shake the eggs out of my gut.
Wow. That's absolutely wretched. But, I mean, I guess we could,
Rides, eggs, now. Randy?
anything for you, my love.
Randy deserves better. He's been so sweet so far. Oh god, why that one?
Wow. Radical. I really wish that Randy could be my dad. Could this be...
I think that's what that said.
Could this be the feeling of love? No, wait. It's just your eggs squirming inside you.
God bless this fucking game, man.
Oh lord, I think I'm gonna hurl. I swear if I have to go on one more vomit coaster.
Fear not, dear Randy. I am ready to lay eggs. Oh, hang on, let me allow that. Sorry. Randy? I don't get the vibes. Alright, hang on, let me get back into the game.
Oh, good then. Right here?
I get the vibes that he's just like somebody who's like been rejected a lot. This ditch is squalid and dank. Damp and thoroughly moist. In close proximity to the hot dog stand. Yes, a perfect nesting location.
Right, do you need me here for this, or?
Fetch me a hot dog mating partner. I know, right?
I mean, I could do that.
Egg laying is a strenuous ordeal. I require sustenance. I really want a hot dog now, damn it.
Fine, fine. I'll be right back. With one quality fairground wiener. Who am I kidding? We both know there'll be, like, rat tails, pig hooves, and horse jerky in the sausage.
2 of those are more edible than 1. Okay.
Okay, so I got.
Sounds of the damned. Hooray!
Huh. Well, would you look at that?
My babies! They're, defensive Neanderthal grunting.
They're, beautiful, profound Neanderthal grunting.
Thank you. God, that looks disgusting.
Hey, hon,
Wait, you dropped my hot dog! Bitch!
Huh. I suppose these be your eggs, then.
Alright. Aren't they beautiful, Randy?
Yeah, they're quite, greed.
Thank you.
You're very much welcome.
Smiley face.
So, what now?
Throw some topsoil over the eggs and... a fine pile. Good, my babies are safe and sound.
Okay, so, like, the eggs have been laid, but the night is still young. We should, like, seize the moment. DM the carp.
Alright. Yeah, DM the carp! DM the carp!
Oh, yeah, what should we do first? Go play some dumb carnival games? Raid the hot dog stands?
What did I have to walk to all those places?
Yeah, a whole 10 meters that away.
His hand looks broken.
Oh dear. It appears that Randy wants you to walk 11 yards to the left.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. I just laid a fuck ton of eggs. My legs are jelly. My legs are limp and flaccid.
Yeah. Also, never use the word blasted around me again, thanks. Okay, just calm down. Just look around for something to do. Something slightly closer than 10 meters away. Something you can crawl over to if you have to.
Crawl, hot dog, activity.
Sorry, what?
Also,
Maybe stop talking to me in front of Randy. You're probably scaring him because you sound like a wounded feral animal right now.
I am a wounded feral animal.
Hun, are you alright? Do you need a glass of water or whatever combo of whiskey and bat nectar, or nectar your kind likes to consume?
Hud, you just said the word panic out.
Hun, you just said the word panic out loud.
Fortune teller.
What?
Look, Randy. Fumbling words, my speciality, chat, by the way. Let's heal. Or heal. Hydrate. Exactly. 2 easily crawlable meters that away. Ooh, that's cool.
Is that a
fortune teller animatronic. It's out of order.
Madam Mediocre.
Ba-da-da-da.
Look, I don't know. I kind of have a... that kind of sounds like a bad idea.
But dear Randy, don't you want to gaze into your future?
I mean, my present is already bad enough. And the sign says the machine's out of order.
That won't stop us, Randy. It's just going to eat our quarters.
I don't know. I think seeing the next, hopefully much less 40 years of misery I have left on this hellscape of an orb that had once just destroyed the last fabric of my
future. Alright, cool. Uh-oh. Who got clapped? Sorry, Spirit. Sometimes it can get a little weird.
Look, I can't be here right now. I'll see you around, you know?
No, Randy, come back! Randy! No! What?
Huh.
Huh. That's odd. Seems like Randy really didn't like the idea of hearing about his own future. I wonder why that is. Time is scary. It renders... Time is scary. It renders us all to naught eventually, dear narrator. Yeah, unless you're a disembodied voice like me. Well, not all of us are disembodied voices, dear narrator. You can't rot if you don't actually exist. Smiley face. Bastard! Come on, then. Let's go home.
I thought I couldn't walk, though.
Sorry, let me offer you a correction. Let's crawl home, then.
Ah, shit. Goodbye, my children. I will return to you all when I can, which is never.
Yeah, circle of life and all that shit. Let's just go.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I had to forward that text. Alright, have we hit chapter 2? The following morning.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ah, here I am, awake and fortunately alive. I'm also going to save, because I'm a paranoid bastard.
Alright. Okay, we're in chapter 2. Good. Another fine morning indeed. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, I hate being alive. I need a distraction of some kind.
Good morning to you, too.
Narrator, distract me.
Did you know that dragons are actually real, but just really high up in the sky? There's also some closer to the ground, but we can't see those either, since they're all invisible.
You are a liar. How dare you feed me such falsehoods? The epitome of worthless lies.
Oh dear. Did you know that ketchup is actually just tomato nectar?
You are distracting me from naught.
Jeez, fine. Well, you could, stare at your light bulb up close for a while. Try to burn out your optical senses so you don't have to see how boring your surroundings are.
Capital idea. Let's see here. Time to blind ourselves, chat. Oh, dear gods. Why are they microphones? God, that's a lot of flies. I have no idea, Spirit.
Sure is. Guess it'd help if you cleaned up the place.
It's still February. I'll get started on my yearly cleaning later.
Are you actually going to remember to get it done this year without child labor, that is?
Maybe.
That's a really strong no, isn't it?
Almost definitely yes.
How about a change of scenery?
Where would I even go?
I don't know. You could go to the local bench.
Would I have to sit down?
Well, legally, no. But why go otherwise?
I don't know, but my keister is pretty darn raw. Egg laying isn't exactly something I do on the daily, you know?
Fine, you know what? If you want to go to the bench and not sit down, that's fine too.
Well,
isn't this serene?
bench.
That's right, Lozenge. You fucking weirdo.
This isn't really engaging to me, to be frank.
Well, yeah, you've managed to sit down on a bench despite your excruciating anal agony, which is quite impressive, don't get me wrong, but it's not really much of an active activity. Other than trying not to look too agonized, lest passing strangers think you're taking a really strenuous dump, that is.
So, what now?
You could always look around, gaze at the local scenery.
Delightful, yes.
Look at all those trees. Behold, trees. Hello, trees. Christ, you're easily amused.
Right, but I also bore easily. Okay, I'm bored again.
Well, why not wait a while before using up this
God, the boredom is unbearable.
Seriously? Okay, let's just go look at something else.
Hello, Swad.
Behold, the mighty swan.
Oh, it's a paper shredder. I was trying to figure out what its head was.
Huh. You know, it's been a long time since I've seen one of these puppies up close.
I mean, they're not puppies. You literally said it's a swad. They're swans. They're swans. Yep, Randy's worst enemy. Swans.
Shh. Please hush now.
Make me. We're gonna get attacked, aren't we? Hello.
God, these things are terrifying up close.
Why are we this close?
Why do we have to give them paper shredders for heads?
The fantasy of having office swans was a ridiculous one, alright? And a messy one.
You know, it's just now occurred to me why Randy has bandages on his hands, since he has to wrangle these feathered shredder dinos on a daily basis.
Randy? Who Lozenge. Rude.
The fine chap you went on a date with last night.
The dude with fuckface written on his forehead?
Yeah, that's the guy, alright.
Wait a moment. Oh.
You're having one of those ideas again.
Companionship.
Uh-huh.
If I ride Randy, he can, like, say stuff and do stuff and in front of me. Which will, like, cure my boredom, maybe haps?
Yep, that's the idea of social interaction anyway.
Really? To alleviate boredom? I need to hydrate?
Well, yeah, kind of. Please refer to the handy interaction pentacon.
Love, giving and receiving bug facts, alleviating boredom, violence, and such tax benefits. Fun.
As you can see, boredom is like the key reason we interact with others, with bug facts, violence, tax benefits, and love being the other 4 less important reasons.
Why bug facts? Because I get bug facts all the time. Did you know that there is a type of jumping spider, usually referred to as the peacock jumping spider, also known as the Bagheera kipling, that actually pretty much just eats plants? Well, one specific subspecies of it. And yes, it is named after the guy who wrote Jungle Book. Rudyard Kipling. And Bagheera, obviously. They have a cool, looks like, flag on their butt, and there's a subspecies of them named after Skeletor. There's your fun fact for the day.
I just think they're neat. Anywho, you should find Randy then. Might end up curing your chronic boredom, you know?
Well, I don't know.
Or, well, I don't know. I have no clue to where he could be. I think we asked where he was.
Alright. Okay, off I go then on my merry little way.
If only you could feel the contempt that I hold for you.
Whatever. I don't know what I said there. Because I'm too stupid to fucking pull up my thing. Alright. Chapter 2. Let's go, babes. Chapter 2. To assist a bum. Please help me. I will help you, dear heart. Yep, let's go.
Ba ba da ba ba da ba.
Alright, let us see. Alright. Summon a local hobo and bystander combo? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Hi, friends.
Well, look here what the cat dog did.
I swear, there was context to all of that. I wasn't gonna read it out no matter what, dear heart.
No, there wasn't. You just started drawling about, whatever that was as soon as they appeared.
Boy, it sure sounds like a hell of a conversation you're having.
Yeah, you never know quite what the big man upstairs is gonna say. Or in this case, the big man in the alley.
Now, as far as phones that I've had, I have definitely had this phone, by the way. I had it, it had a koala phone case. It was very funny. Like a soft one. Because phone cases weren't quite like they are now. It was just kind of like a slot. Big man? Was that a fat joke? I could smite you, you know. Probably.
Firstly, you know you wouldn't do that. The little old me. Secondly, nah, big man upstairs just means God, that's all.
Oh. I don't care for that expression much. After all, why would a being that could fly need stairs?
You can fly? Huh, Panda, I ain't never seen you fly.
I could probably fly if I wanted to. Alright, let's see. Wow, that'd look cool. I bet you'd look majestic soaring through the air.
It's Speak for yourself, partner. You haven't seen his gut jiggling on the ground, let alone in flight.
Hey, for your information, my body is already, functioning at maximum efficiency. Yeah, God, except he's a hobo. You may not like it, but this is what the ideal hobo bod looks like. My blubber keeps me warm.
If your blubber keeps you warm, then why in tarnation do you sleep in the soggy cardboards at night?
My blubber is also coveted by predators. If you have pockets, then why would you need a wallet? Speaking of wallets, say, brother, couldn't you spare a dime, could ya? This is grim.
Say, partner, what has you gawking at us anyhow? You still looking for a fun fair ticket?
No, fortunately my oozing egg clutch has already been laid on the funfair grounds. Right now, I'm just bored and seeking companionship.
Well, then, partner, you come to the right place. We're just oozing companionship, ain't we, God?
Replace the onion in companionship with onion, and maybe I'll begrudgingly agree. And maybe I'll begrudgingly agree. I forgot that I gave him a deeper voice. No onions. I seek specific company. I seek the company of Randy Jade. Randy? Who's that?
Say, ain't he one of those fellas that picks up at the phone Schmeck's hotline?
You call phone Schmeck's hotlines?
Well, not lately, no. Besides, something seemed to be eating the poor man up last time I did call. I think Cowboy scared the poor guy.
Oh, I think Cowboy scared the poor guy. We gotta change his accent. What you don't get is how you know who Randy is and God... What I don't get is how you know who Randy is and somehow God doesn't. If he's God, shouldn't he be all-knowing? In fairness, partner, he's also constantly inebriated, so that number's gotta be capped at like 50% of everything at most. I do know a few goodies, though, so I'm content with the 50% of everything that I do know. Like what? Did you know that Florida's gonna sink into the ocean in like 10 years' time, and anyone who tries to escape the sinking will just be dragged into the swamp water by the tamed gators? The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse actually tamed the gators back in prehistoric times, but we didn't notice. And since the horsemen ain't exactly walking around right now, we're being buddy-buddy with gators and shit. Wow, that's equal parts fascinating and horrifying. Yeah, just wait till the end of the world comes. You think that this world is a shit show? You should see what's coming next. Anywho, partner, I'm sorry that we don't know where your pal is. But, if you have any other questions for us, we'd be just tickled to answer them for you. I'm done. Laters. Alright, partner. Happy trails. Good luck, friendo. Hope you find your sexy ring, bud. Yours howdly, Dogman. Thank you, Dogman. Alright, let's leave the area. Let's see. Downtown Dialtown, I'm assuming? Because I think that's where we found him last. Alright. Let's see. Wait. Hang on. Oh, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that. Whatever I did, it was not on purpose. We've gone to the burger shop. You know what? While we're here, let's relentlessly snip at the glass. Alright. God. Think of how many of my young I could feed with a mountain of burgers. Good lord. I'm not sure if I've ever seen you get this lustful. I want the meat! Oh, dear God. It's okay, I'll figure it. You're really pretty. Hey, you. Hang on, I gotta stretch. Ow! Okay, hey, you. Yeah, you. Shoo. Go on. You'll spook my paying customers away. Really? You're shooing me away? I'm not a wild animal. You can't just... I will call animal control to come pick you up. Bright and scurrying. But you were pretty. Alright, let's see. Where would I like to go? Let's try the casino. I'm surprised they let us in. Okay, I've got it. Hear me out. Uh-huh. So, okay, you know how gambling is always a wise idea? It's not. Don't do it, chat. My idea is basically that I should gamble. I don't know if that's such a good idea. Why? Or what? Why on God's green earth not? Well, firstly, the idea of gambling is that you put money in Lady Luck's a gambling pot, and either win double what you put in, or you get nothing. Sounds fun. I like risks. Considering you often eat roadkill fresh off the ground, yeah, trust me, I know. So what's the big deal? Well, firstly, to take a financial risk, you need to have starting capital. You know, unless you're like a bank or a sketchy construction real estate company. And may I remind you that you're penniless? Ah, shit. Ah, shit. This sucks. This is America. It's my God-given right to gamble. God-given? I'm at least 60% sure that the Holy Ringable has verses against such shut. Ah, rats. Do all the fun things require money? Yeah. I'm afraid so, yes, literally without exception. What about devouring gravel? That's free. Only because you refuse to pay for the gravel. You know that most construction sites in the city have a photo of your mug plastered on every notice on-site alongside a shoot on-site notice, right? Ah, shit. So what are my options? Well, right now, you're dirt po, which is already typically the end point of gambling. So, really, you've just cut out the middleman, who, in this case, is a blackjack dealer in a bow tie who smells like whiskey and vomit. What do most people do at this point? Go through a lengthy divorce, drink heavily, and typically. Right, to the bar I go then. Who's our waiter? You're cute. Ah, welcome to the Lock and Whiskey, my green friend. I adore him. Please tell me we can date him. Oh no, I can't because the only other dateable is, Oliver, isn't it? My name is Pierre. I'll be your barman tonight. Your name is the same as the wooden dock canoes park at. Yes. Yes, it is. So, what is your poison? Let's see. Tell me about your job. No, why can't I date him? Well, basically, I am working 2 full jobs. Full-time barman and part-time therapist. Those are 2 different jobs, not if you... Okay, here's the thing. These kinds of jobs, fun fact, people who work at bars and people who work at grocery stores end up becoming unintentional therapists a lot. And I know because I've worked at a grocery store before. You basically hear everyone's woes. Those are 2 very different jobs. Oh, no. They're essentially the very same job. You see, drunkards come in here asking for booze, so I get them all liquored up, and then they start overspilling. First about their awful lives, then they spill whiskey on themselves, which probably ends their night. Yeah, at the moment, I'm studying to get certified by the Dialtown Psychology Association, since, you know, giving louts therapy is half of my job anyway. I might as well get paid for it too, you know. Can you give me therapy? Can I? Sure. I don't see why not. What did that say? Hang on. Nice, groovy then. But the question is, will I? Well, will you? Sure. Again, don't see why not. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What is your first memory? Hatch. Ah, alright, that'll do it. Tell me, what was your mother like? Egg. Right, but surely someone must have laid the egg, right? I'm about to lay some egg. I already did. Was it me? Did I lay the egg? Right, but at this point in your development, you're inside the egg. So, there's a me in a big egg, and I'm gonna lay tiny eggs. Oh my god, how many layers are there? Does it just keep going? Welcome to existentialism, my friend. It's my very favorite. Moving on from exception. You've made it this far, so surely someone must have helped raise you. Bathed you, fed you, cleaned up your dirty laundry. Have you ever had, say, a roommate? I guess you could just say that. Bastard mustachioed zoom-in. I don't see it as though we are getting to the root of your issues. What are my issues? Well, I don't know. You're the one who asked for therapy. Okay, plan B. Why don't you tell me what you think is wrong? Wrong with me or, like, the world? Whatever you think is more suitable. 40 minutes of directionless ranting later. But... So then I said to him, I don't care how much of a stake you have in this alley exchange, but I am not paying a dime for a drop of the... Nope. I have to stop you right there. Why? Did I just have a breakthrough? Oh, no, I just have to stop you. Rotary Christ, you're even more screwed up with that dude with those sick dogs. So, what's my diagnosis then? You're not a human. Did the green skin give it away? And you should really not be alive. Says who? Says any pathologist who can vouch that eating 14 dead skunks in a week is probably not something that the human immune system can even tolerate. I've got higher than 14, you know. 14 was only relevant to the particular story at the time because I... Please stop with the talking. Okay. Right, then... Is that all? Mr. Barman, sand me a drink. Pardon? Mr. Sandbar, drink me some sand? Are you having a stroke? Sand! Okay. I think you've already had enough to drink. I haven't drunk at all yet. Funny, since I haven't served you yet. Sorry, pal. Says here, only 19 per customer. 19? Jesus fuck. Them's the breaks. Understandable. I have other questions, though. Yeah? Tell me more about this place. Oh, if you are looking to learn more about this building, you come to the right place. So, basically, this whole place is a front for the Dialtown mob.
Wait, what?
Yeah. The casino part was originally set up by the mob to launder money, or so I believe. Since all the gang had to do was blow their money on stupid bets, it seemed foolproof, you know? But of course, they managed to fuck even that up, and kept winning their money back somehow. Which was far from inconspicuous, I can assure you. So many members just kept leaving because they kept winning back more than they had enough to retire on. Huh. What then? Well, we also rigged the games just to make up for our losses, you know? Yeah. I'm not gonna let that one through Automod, but I agree with you. But I'm not gonna let that through Automod just because, you know. Anyway. Let's see. This worked for all of a day, and soon we had the Dialtown Casino Regulatory Commission in our collective asses. And with them came the mayor. Let me tell you, my green pal, she is not someone you want to anger. Yeah, I already know, I've already talked to her. Terribly catty woman, if you catch my drift. Long story short, the mayor forced us to register the mob as a limited liability company, and we pay taxes now. Jeez, that's rough, buddy. Yeah, the casino actually functions at a bit of a loss now. Combined with the mob's lack of finesse at performing their various robs, plots, tricks, and schemes. Oh, and their capers, can't forget those. Right, yes. Anyway, the bar is really what keeps this whole operation afloat. So, is this also their HQ? Oh, yeah. They're down in the basement playing cards. Want me to pass a message along? They're not awfully hard to find, are they? Mobs generally aren't, actually. Oh, look. A bunch of elderly Italian-American gentlemen in suits eating lasagna at the same table every night and talking about pulling off hits. I wonder what job these men could do for a living.
I mean,
Plus, you know, someone's got to be the face of the organization because, you know, somebody's got to collect their mail. Does the mob get a lot of mail? Oh, lord, no. Our organization's a colossal failure. Nobody in their right mind would come to us for a job. But, you never know. Plus, the mayor needs a public address to send her tax collectors to, you know.
why does she allow you guys to operate in Dialtown, like, at all? It seems like she could obliterate you all at a moment's notice.
Well, actually, it's very simple.
By the way, after we finish our conversation with Pierre, that's where we're gonna call it today.
The mayor of Dialtown sets taxes at a low rate compared to the towns in the rest of the state, gets brownie points with her citizens for keeping taxes so low.
Sorry.
Then the mob gets to rob citizens and taxes the mob twice at a high rate, allowing her to essentially collect twice on the same schmuck's paycheck. You know? We're basically like the IRS, but far more squeamish and far less feared.
I see. That all sounds kinda evil. What does she use the extra money for?
I think she puts it into paving roads or maybe education. Oh, Lord knows we need more of that here.
Bullshit, to quote Alfred Einstein. I've never let me education get in the way of me casual drug use. Don't use drugs, kids.
That doesn't sound quite right.
I don't know the phrase off by heart. I'm also slightly high right now.
I see, I see.
Anywho, that was all very corrupt. Thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my green friend. Need anything else said?
Nope, I'm satisfied. See you later, Pierre.
Alright, take care now. You hear?
Alright. Once we get out, we're gonna go ahead and save. Alright, let us save, and then tomorrow I'll look up how to continue the route. Alright, yep, save, why not? Okay, my loves, we are gonna go raid. I think the Zodiac is live. Yes, I see their icon. So we're gonna go raid Zodiac Siren. As always, remember to treat them well. You represent my community. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe. I love you guys. Bye.